And for this game, basically it's pictures of instruments that I took and I zoomed in really, really far on them. So you may not recognize it like the first picture that you see. But you can guess what it is when it's all zoomed in, and then I will zoom it out and you can see actually what the instrument is. Okay? So anybody want to venture a guess about this?
Melvin, close the door.
So if you have a guess, raise your hand and I'll unmute you just so that we don't have a lot of feedback. Okay, Taryn?
Is it like one of those small pianos?
Okay, that's a good guess, and I think anybody would guess that because of the keys. So let's zoom out and see if we still think that. What do you think now, Taryn? Does it still look like a piano, or does it look like something else? Okay, let's zoom out one more time to the final picture. Is that a piano? What instrument is this? Has anybody ever seen an instrument like this? Let's see who has their hand up. Miracle? Go ahead.
It is a
Good guess. It's actually called an accordion. And what you do is you hold it kind of in your hands like this, and you play the piano keys or the buttons. You can see the buttons with one hand, and then you pull the other side, and it gives the instrument kind of like air to make the sound vibrations. So that's an accordion. It is very tricky though, because at first it did look like a piano. All right, here is the next one. Anybody have a guess? Let's see. Okay, Ade, go ahead and unmute yourself.
a trumpet.
A trumpet. Okay, let's see if he's right. Let's check. Boom. Boom, you're right. It was a trumpet. Good job. Okay, what about this instrument? Does this look familiar to anyone? I don't see any. Oh, I see one hand. Miracle. Go ahead and give us a guess.
It is a drum.
Ooh, very good guess. Let's see. It's a whole drum set, so you're not wrong, but it's even more than one drum. It has a big drum at the bottom, and then we have the little snare drums in the middle, and then the cymbals at the top. So someone sits behind this whole set and uses the sticks and just plays everything. And sometimes even with the big drum at the bottom, they'll use their foot to play the big drum with like a pedal or something. Okay? Here's the next instrument. What do you think? What do you think? Okay, I see someone raising their hand. You have a white shirt on. I'm not sure what your name is, sweetie. What's your name?
Aaron.
Aaron. Okay, what do you think this instrument is, Aaron?
A violin.
That's a really good guess. Let's zoom out. And you were almost correct. It almost looks exactly like a violin, except this is actually a cello because the cello stands upright and it's a bit bigger than a violin. A violin you hold in your hands, a cello has to actually stand on the ground because it's so big. It's probably as tall as some of you are. But you are correct in that it is in the string family, just like the violin. Okay, here's my next instrument. And this is an instrument that we have in the music room here and that we play sometimes. And I actually, oh, I'm not gonna show you yet until we guess, but I actually have one right here. Melinda?
A jingle bell.
Good job. You're the first one today to get it from the first video. So I actually have, I have Jingle Bells right here. And I really like to use these around Christmas time when we can play the Jingle Bells song and just play along with them. Okay, what about this instrument? We also have this one in the music classroom. Ade, you raising your hand?
What is it called?
You recognize it.
A piano.
Okay, that's a good guess.
No.
I can tell you recognized it. So it's kind of a long, complicated word. It starts with an X. You know, Melinda?
A xylophone.
Xylophone, very good. And some of the xylophones I have here do look like this, and then some of them actually have metal keys too, which makes a little bit of a different sound. Okay, let's see. Ooh, you might recognize these. These are rhythm sticks, and that's what I was talking about, is you hit these together to keep the beat. It's kind of like drumsticks. It's like a beginner's way to use drumsticks, and then when you get a little bit older, you can learn how to play the drum. All right, I think this is the last instrument that we're gonna do for now. So give it a good look and see if you have a guess. Okay, Sam.
Maracas.
Maracas, good. Boom and boom, maracas. Good job, that's a good eye. Okay. I'm sorry it's lagging. I'm having a little bit of lagging on my side too. All right, so today we're gonna talk about some more dynamics in music. I know that we talked about dynamics yesterday. Dynamics meaning how loud or how soft you play the music or you sing the music. Crescendo is a part of dynamics because it shows us how to go from quiet to loud. So if I had a piece of music and I had the dynamic piano right here at the small end, as I go this way in the music, it gets louder to mezzo forte, and then louder and louder, okay? So when you see a little sideways V that looks like this in music, it means that you're going from quiet all the way up to loud, okay? Now I have a video. Let me erase all my things. I have a video that is a piece of music and it demonstrates what a crescendo sounds like. Make sure that you are not drawing on my screen if you do not have permission, Jonathan. Okay, this song starts out pretty quiet, so piano, and then it slowly and gradually builds and builds until it's to forte, okay? So give this a listen and see if you can hear where it goes from quiet to a little louder to a little louder, okay? Quiet. goes back down to piano there. Okay, I am going to stop here for just a second. Okay, so did you hear how it started out pretty quiet and then it slowly just got more and more epic and dramatic and loud as it went through there? That whole process of it building up to a louder sound is called a crescendo. Okay? Would music be as interesting if it was all just one dynamic? So if that song was just quiet and it stayed quiet the whole time and it didn't get any louder, would it be as cool? No, it wouldn't be. I have some friends that are still using the chat. I'm sorry that it's lagging. Maybe I'll need to talk to my tech person and see if it's my Wi-Fi or what I can do to help fix that. As long as it doesn't kick me out, we're gonna keep trucking along with music. Okay, back to our slide. The next video I have, it is a group of musicians playing. Oh, yes, of course, we have a decrescendo too. So we start, it's basically the opposite of crescendo. We start at forte, and then what do you think we do? If you have an idea of what you think we do with a decrescendo, if we start at loud. Okay, Miracle.
We start loud and then we go back to going on piano.
Piano, very good. We go down to quiet. Good job. So I have a video, it's a group of musicians and they're playing forte. There's a part where they play piano. There's a part where they do crescendo, and there's a part where they do decrescendo. So listen for those as we listen to this video. Oh, my pencil tool is still trying to draw. Okay. It should be up in just a second. Okay, so when the music is pianissimo at the very end, can you even barely hear it? No. So there was a lot of dynamics in that song, and that made it very dramatic, and it made it much more interesting